Hi there. It is so cold. I just turned the heat on. It is cold in this house. It's cold outside. As the avid DIYer that I am, this room and me, we have issues. I'm constantly, I'm never satisfied with my decor in here. I don't want to make any massive change. The wall color is fine. The other furniture piece is fine, but this big piece of Spanish style armoire situation I got here is bugging me. I can't get it out of here. Since I put that sliding door up, I'd have to take the whole door down. The back door going out to the patio, I don't think it would fit through there because the door is skinnier. So I'm stuck with it in this room. Plus I don't want to get rid of it. So as I've mentioned a long time ago in other previous videos in the past, that when I first moved in this house almost 6 years ago, hold on, it's a reflection here. Almost 6 years, I don't know, let's see, face shoe, this way, hold on, I see a glare. Anyway, yeah, almost 6 years ago, it started off in the living room. Then we made it into the bedroom and back here, which has been in several different areas of this room to where it is now. Now, where it is, I also kind of made it permanent by adding, I built it in. Now I don't want it built in anymore. I want to take it down. Block off the window over there, which I'll show you. Because I don't really look out that window. And if I want to look out and see anything out there, I can open the door. It's only 3 windows back here. Which this was a part of a patio, which was converted into a room. Now, as I said, I want to block off that by pushing it back up against that window. So that would block that off. And then I won't have to look at it when I'm in the bedroom, the side of it, on my little flat designer wall. But the problem is, I have my treadmill there, and now behind it I have some shelves, which I have stuff stored in it, and I also have a dresser back there. This is going to be massive because I have to tear all that stuff down off the wall. Take the shelves down that I built, block off that window, pull the dresser out, figure out where that's going to go. Actually, I put that thing on wheels. It was a mid-century modern dresser, and I actually put wheels on it so I could move it around. The thing is, if I push this thing back, and see that, child, I did that back there and because the treadmill was back there. So I wouldn't have to look at the treadmill, and I moved the dresser back there. But I no longer wanted the dresser in my bedroom. And that's why I did all that. Now I'm just making a big mess. Over here on this side is my Kallax unit. All along the wall here. My desk and Kallax. I'm looking out the window here. Sometimes I turn the desk this way so I can look this way. But right now it's all against, everything's against this wall. I don't want to interrupt that. I don't want to back this thing, bigger piece of furniture up against there because I'll be looking at the back of it. I don't want to see that either. So the only thing is just to push it up in that corner and block off that window. And if I block off that window, where does the dresser go? I need the dresser. Now this little area right over here, I consider this my office. I have these Billy bookcases behind me. See my TV here. Billy bookcase is there and on the other side. And then of course I have this desk, file cabinet, black shelves up here. And I've even considered just taking all this out. Okay? And move that furniture up with the back up against here, but it's going to be in part of my office. Then I won't be able to use the lac shelves. I just have too much junk and I need to get rid of a lot of it. There's the culprit right there. As you can see, it's built in, attaching the ceiling up there. And I put the treadmill here, which used to be behind it. Let's walk over here in the corner. Hair dryer. Now, see? Storage. Dresser. And then I have the treadmill right here so I can just drop it down when I need to exercise. But like I said, I want to take this thing. See how it's built in up there? Oh, you can see that. Oh, gosh. This actually is a good idea what I did. But I'd have to literally dismantle this attachment back here. You can't. Sorry about the light. Here's the window here, which looks out into my junky backyard, which was nice and neat until I junked it up again. Projects that I'm working on, wood, material. Anyway, as you can see, this is what this looks like here. This fits back here. There's my card table when I need it. And this is the back of the dresser. I have a mirror here. An IKEA mirror from years ago. I put some of the wallpaper back here. And the treadmill was right in here. And I could put my laptop up there or my iPad on the treadmill and walk. But now that I have the TV, here's this direction. I have the TV here. Here's the treadmill. Back of the treadmill. I like to, walk and stare at the TV as I walk. That shelf looks crooked. On camera it looks crooked. Or is it the way I'm holding the camera? Anyway, whatever. As you can see, these are Kallaxes are along the wall here. Desk. Billy bookcases. And over here the lac shelves, file cabinet, IKEA desks and IKEA furniture, of course, jewelry box, little work area with all my jewelry and stuff. My newest, latest hobby. And this Rascal cart has a lot of the jewelry stuff in it, bagged up. So as you can see, and I have this green chair here with this little side table with my other laptop. So that's why I'm trying to decide what I want to do with this. If I take all that stuff out, where would the dresser go? Over here, perhaps? But I have the treadmill there. Oh my goodness. Decisions. I just don't know what to do. I thought about just removing this all together and put the treadmill in, drop it down here. Drop it down if I want to walk. I can still see the TV to take all this out. Oh, no, I'm not doing that. Oh, man. I don't know what to do. Only thing I can think of is leave this shit alone. Seriously. Put the treadmill back in the corner. Bring the dresser out. Back it up against this here. It's still enough clearance to walk through. It's not as wide as the treadmill, I don't think. Just put the treadmill back in the corner. And if I want to, I not necessarily have to have the TV to walk. I do have an iPad and I do have laptops. So if I just want to do that, do some virtual walking, I can use those. So if I want to do that, I'd have to empty that big old piece of furniture. And it's got containers in it with clothing. They're heavy. Stacked all the way to the top. I've used that piece of furniture for so many things over the years. I used to have my TV stored in it. I used it as a closet, extra closet. And those clothing that's in there, you know, I've tried to sort through them and try to get rid of, and I've gotten rid of some. But you know, there's some stuff you just cannot seem to let go. I'm a hoarder. And I have clothing out there in that garage, which I know I'm not going to wear. It's just me taking the time to go out there, and I should do it while it's cold, because summertime is hell out here, you know. And go through that stuff before it gets too hot and get rid of it. But really what I want to do is hire someone to come and clean that garage. I mean, pull everything out, clean it up, and organize it. And the only thing I don't want to call, what was it, Tasker or TaskRabbit or Thumbtack or somebody to come and do that, get an estimate. Sometimes they want to overcharge you. And I want to try to get that done before the weather changes, because, like I said, it gets really hot here, and I don't want them to have to work in so much heat either. It's so, when you have a house, there's so many things to be done. I want to have my air ducts cleaned. Which remind me I need to call and get an estimate on that as well. I also want to have some landscaping done. Now, a couple of years ago, it's been 2 years? It's on my channel. I did some landscaping in my backyard. I put a new fence up. I tried to do it myself. This summer I couldn't. I just didn't have what I had the previous year, the energy. So I never finished. I did a couple of, what you call them, raised garden beds. But they're not raised, they're don't. And my front yard is growing up so many weeds. Last couple of days I've been spraying it so I can see them dying down. But I need a landscaper. I want to put some hedges around the front of the yard. Not a fence, but fence it off with hedges. You know, what they call them? You know, hedges that you have to trim and that kind of thing. I put out there. One year I ordered some rocks. Is it called lava rocks? I'm not sure what they're called. But they're kind of reddish in color and some black. And I had them dump a whole bunch of it in the driveway. And me and Manny took turns scooping it into the yard, because previous to that it was the golden color rocks like in my backyard. The yellow ones. So I covered it with red. I ended up putting the treadmill back in the corner. Drop it down when I need to use it. The door is clear for now. I ended up putting the dresser here. Not sure if I like that, but that's where it is. I might remove this calyx, put the dresser there, and switch it out over there, maybe. I have to think about that. But ultimately, this is where I'm at right now. Yeah, I decided it's too much trouble trying to disassemble this thing from the wall. Just that big dresser. I had the dresser up against the door, but ultimately I do not want to block the door. I would prefer to actually block the door with something smaller, like these items here. Or like I said, switch up there, put the dresser over on that side, put the Calyx unit right there. Let's see what I come up with. This is where I ended up. All that complaining. This is what I did. I still have a lot of straightening up to do, of course. You see those items in the corner. And, yeah, you know, still with all that, I'm trying to fix it where I don't see all this stuff. It's just so much stuff out in the open that I want behind the cabinet, which I need to go in the cabinet and see what else I can edit to make space so I can hide some of these items. I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you all on the next one. Hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye. I guess you can see I have a running theme here. Green. Sage green, olive green, green green. Green walls or sage green walls. Now this lamp I've had a long time. I could paint it green if I wanted to, but I'm not going through all that. As you can see, my Stanley cup is green. See, real light mint green and gray. I guess I just like green. That's my new color. Just changed the wallpaper. Has a little bit of green in it, not much, and some pink. Because once upon a time, the walls were pink. Not the entire room, but certain areas was the pink accent wall. Because the wall was a light gray when I first moved here. And I got tired of it and gradually started getting rid of that through different parts of the house. I have my Billy bookcases that I added against that wall. I could have built them in a little bit better. Maybe one day I will. And this is some jewelry that I have. Silver jewelry. That's costume jewelry in this bag here. I have to sort through some of that and probably donate it. And then I have the others, which I haven't decided if I want to sell them yet or keep it, even though I know I'm not going to wear all that stuff. And some more jewelry underneath there. I could organize that a lot better, which I will. Yeah, so this is the way it is for now until I change it again, because that's what I do. I don't know how to leave well enough alone. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.